right. What's up, everybody? Let's take him down for a second. Okay, just put me up on the screen. There you go, Paul. I know it's been a while since we been back in the studio. We will be discussing him in the video. That is none other than Jason Lee. All right. Welcome, everybody. We are back home. All right. So very amazing. I had an amazing experience coming back home today. I said, listen, we definitely got to get back home. Now I've been gone a while. And so I went, got on the plane today and I said, hey, got to get back home, by myself. Got off the plane or whatever. I slept on the plane. Shout out to the white woman that I was sitting next to me in the plane, because she saw me just having a good time with my headphones. She started having a good time. She started looking at, she was watching some comedian. I didn't get in her business, but I saw her iPad. It was huge. And I was just in my zone listening to gospel music. And usually I'm over my fear of flying, because usually I'd be so nervous when the takeoff, and now it's just a regular day because I've been flying so much. And when I tell you, I got off the plane, check bag, had to get my check bag. It's my first time doing a check bag in a long time. And I get in the car and I head to my apartment, didn't even recognize it. And I was wondering, like, why my heat bill was up, because I forgot. My light bill was so high because I forgot that I left the heat on, because when I left, it was freezing cold. You got to keep the water trickling and the heat on, whatever. So I get in, I said, man, I ain't got no food or refrigerator. So I said, let me go to the store, and I bought a rotisserie chicken and I ate it. And when I tell you, I went to sleep. I've gotten so many emails, jobs, and etc. I didn't want to look at that. I just wanted to just get some, I just wanted to get some rest. And I needed peace. I needed rest, slept. And then I woke up, no noise. Felt like a new person. Got up, got my clothes on, because my body is so conditioned of going to the gym. I said, well, let me go on a walk. I just want to experience the outside. And so I experienced the outside, and it was such an amazing feeling. And then I saw the beautiful artist that I'm falling in love with, I would say. Is that K-Star in the building backstage? I don't know if he want to come on camera. Hopefully he comes on camera, because we have thousands of people that will view this and they need to see his beautiful face. But nevertheless, K-Star, I'm going to do an introduction for this brother. Not only is he an artist, host, so many things he do. Vogue too.
What's up?
Money. Wait, you guys set it off. Bounce that ass. You got you got a pussy song?
Bunny Pussy.
Yeah, Bunny Pussy. I was listening to that. And I was listening to all your records. And number one, I said, I got to get you on the show because I see you doing a lot in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't mind performing in front of 5 people, 10 people, 20 people. You just love to perform.
Wherever they at is where I be.
Wherever they at is where you be. I've always asked artists that come out, do you consider yourself a gay artist?
I just entertain. It really don't. I don't consider myself a gay artist, but of course I represent for the LGBTQIA community, of course.
But do you do gay things in the bedroom?
Of course.
Okay, so but your artistry, you don't consider yourself a gay artist?
Yeah, I just do me. Whatever I'm feeling. Most of my music is like real boppy, feel good, twerk shit.
Yes.
So
yes,
anybody can dance to that shit.
Absolutely. Great artistry. I feel like it's iconic. And your artist name, you do the S as a dollar sign. Was that intentional? Like it's for the money?
That too, and plus it's a couple. It's like 2 other artists named K-Star. I just don't want me to get confused with them. So
right. I see that, and I see it's like you have a whole brand, and you also get along with a lot of like YouTube creators. Like I see you know, you was hanging out. One creator, I believe he's from Mississippi, and he came out to Atlanta. You do a lot, like you show love back to Black creators. I love that.
Right.
I love that. I want to ask you, are you kind of like hurt that you don't get the 300,000 streams? Because I see like it's under 1,000. I've always asked creators, especially artists like yourself, what keeps you going? What keeps you being physically fit? Because you just told me you just came from the gym. You look good. What keeps you going?
Appreciate it. What is you doing, man?
The dog is feeling it.
It's doing the most.
She love the camera.
Honestly, when I first started doing music, you know, I started acting first. So I do all things entertainment. So hosting, acting. It don't matter. I never actually started rapping just to get like, you know, some kind of notoriety off of it. I just did it because it's fun and I like to do it. And I like to get on stage and act a fool. So that's the only reason why I do it. I didn't really care if anybody listened to it, honestly.
So it started as a hobby and now you're taking it like serious.
Yeah, I started taking it seriously because like when my album first came out, it ended up charting on Apple Music. So
that's good.
That was a big deal to people. So I was like, oh, I guess that means I need to start doing something with it.
Yeah.
So I think maybe a month or two after my album came out, I ended up opening up for Trina. And then I just had like shows like all back to back for like all of 2021, most of 2022. I kind of took some time off for like mental health reasons in 2022. I was supposed to jump back in 2023, but then my best friend and manager passed away. So that kind of set things back again for about a year. And then I just decided to come back this year.
Yes. And I saw something just researching your social media here. You put your looks at an 8, your creativity a 10. You have your humor a 20, your mental health a 7.5. But I'm just really like, what? Is this serious?
I'm a humble person, so you know.
Okay, but I think your looks is a 10. But if you feel that you are an 8, and I've met many 8s, and you're not one of them.
I'm a solid 8.
You're a solid 8. Okay. Number one, I think your creativity just makes you extremely sexy because number one, you into the booth, your lyrics is great. Who did you look up to coming up as an artist?
Oh, absolutely. That's Ludacris, Yin Yang Twins, Trina, Missy Elliott, and
you don't rap like Trina.
But I love Trina though.
I've seen so many artists. I'm not gonna say any name because you're on the show and some of these people are your friends, so I won't say any names. But I've seen so many artists that say they want to rap, but they sound like Trina. They look like a Bush Queen Trina or Gay Boy Lil Kim, like a low budget version of that. Like you have a unique sound.
I try to find my own sound, kind of like sound like myself.
Yes.
But like at the end of the day, like I tell everybody, I like twerk music. Like most of my songs are twerky. Like I said, I got a new single called Cock Goblin coming out. I like Bounce Ass. I got a song called Twerk Shit coming out. Like I like twerk.
You said Cock Goblin?
Yeah, that's the new single. I just did a video to it actually. I think it's Sex Swing. It was this Sex Swing I had the video.
Oh, okay. So I love the fact that you love sex.
Yeah.
So, but I've date like rappers that gay rappers or independent rap, I will call them. And they wasn't as freaky as what they rap about. I fell in love because I interviewed some of them and I said, oh, I got to try you in the bedroom just to see, do it match up to the lyrics? Are you that freaky in the bedroom? Because what you rap about, like Bounce That Ass, it seems to me you're considered to be in a top, you coming from a top perspective, but I don't know. Like,
I'm versatile, so my music actually speaks from both. I got a song on my next album called Dick Tip. It's like a top anthem, and then it's like I got Cock Goblin. It's like another bottom anthem. That's like Bounce That Ass is for everybody.
Yeah,
I do it all. So
yeah. But what do you prefer? Do you
like fully versed?
Okay, so you protect you're fully versed in it, like you dive into it. So, but when I get into the music, I like the vibe, club banger. I've always asked artists, do you get appreciated from the gay community, from gay promoters, gay DJs? Is they playing you enough? Because me growing up in Chicago with High Society Entertainment, DJ Scott, and I see Rude Boy in Dallas, I don't see enough love that gay artists get from gay promoters, gay DJs. Is it the same way in Atlanta? Like, do you feel love? Do they play y'all in the club?
Yeah, they play us in the club. I've heard my song a few times. Like my song did come out a few years ago, but like I said, it's just I'm gonna get a better relationship with some of the DJs here, so I can get it spin like more often and get listen to it more often. Because I mean, most time when it's played in the club, it's perceived pretty well. So it's just like I don't know why it wouldn't get played all the time.
How did it make you feel when you hear your song? I'm assuming Bounce That Ass get played a lot.
It's weird a little bit, but when I hear it, I just like to see how everybody reacts to it. If everybody job well done over here.
Oh, I would love to go to the club and hear your record because I would love to see your reaction and then people dancing to it. That have to be like an overwhelming type of experience, especially your community embracing you. Absolutely. So I want to ask you, who is your dream collab if you had these two choices, Saucy Santana or Lil Nas X? If you had to choose between them both for your dream collab, who would you choose?
That's a hard one because I would probably do one with either one of them.
You can only choose one. Who?
Okay, I would guess I would say Saucy probably because our stuff is probably more similar.
Okay.
Similar vibe. I would go with Nas X if I wanted to do something a little different.
Okay.
So yeah, I would probably Saucy probably my first one though.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
For female rappers, if you have to do, and I'm gonna have a list of 3. Nicki, or Trina. If you had to come in work with those two, Nicki, Lil Kim, or Trina, who would you choose as a dream collab?
Well, I'm biased. I'm gonna automatically say Trina.
Okay, Trina. Why did you choose Trina? I'm curious because usually the games that they would choose Nicki.
I grew up on Trina, so Trina came out when I was like 13 maybe.
Okay.
So I've been with Trina like since a kid on up. So
yes.
Nicki came when I was like well into my like early 20s when she came out.
Yes, sure.
So, and Kim came out when I was young. I had to be like 10 when Kim came out. So
yeah. And one thing I can say about Trina, she was the originator, like city girl, like she was a
absolutely
thick. And out of all
the music is subjective though. Like everybody got their things. You guys see a lot of people who like the hardcore, you like the storyteller, like or neo soul rap. Then you got your raunchy ones. I always like, as you see, like my influences like Yin Yang Twins, Trina, Trick Daddy, Lil Chris is like southern rap. So everybody has their things that they like. So
I also feel like your music taste is on point. Let's get into your hosting. Like you hosting club events, you hosting, like take us into that of being what is a host entails. Cause I see you do that a lot.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Hosting is different. I feel like you gotta have a personality for it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes these events don't go like they need to go, and you spend a lot of time stalling the crowd when they thinking that you're really just keeping the crowd hyped, but you're really stalling because the people that threw the event not ready. So I usually do that a lot because I'm good at stalling. I can tell jokes all day. I keep entertained. If y'all like, sometimes I do a lot of concerts. I have my own music, so I'll put my own shit on and spin it, do a show real quick.
Yes.
Any type of thing that I can do to entertain, I'm gonna do. So it's pretty easy to me because it comes natural to me. I know how to work a room, so it don't bother me.
For me, when I used to host, I just didn't like hosting. Well, I prefer hosting events with like 5-6 people. It's intimate. Because I feel like if you can't entertain an intimate crowd, how would you entertain a crowd of thousands, right? That would just show you what type of host you can be. But I love the fact that you brought that point up, like doing that. And then also you act. And I remember when I first got into like gay web series, I went to About Him. Shout out to Brandon Carsey. He's a top leading
shout out to them.
Adult entertainer and all of them. They all busted it wide open for OnlyFans. But before that, they all wanted to be amazing actors. And I will never forget standing in line and it said, "Hey, wow, this is incredible. I want to talk about you. What was your dream show or movie that makes say, hey, I want to get into acting? What moment for you to say you want to get into that?"
Growing up for me is probably watching things like Martin, the whole come up with Will Smith, like Jamie Foxx. Those are the ones I kind of looked up to, thinking like, and I've always been like had an entertaining like personality like since I was a kid. So it's just like I've always wanted to do acting. I actually didn't get into it because I ended up going to college like right out of high school. Then my mom got sick. I didn't take care of her for about 10, 12 years after I got out of college. So it was just like I never really had the time to go do anything. So when my mom ended up passing in 2019. So when she passed, I kind of like just jumped head first into all the entertainment shit I want to do. So y'all probably see me come out. I was acting, hosting. I came out on an album. I was just like everywhere.
You
So like
did
I
everything.
want to do it for so long.
I see you. You was like doing everything, like
Everything.
wow.
Podcast. We had a
Yeah.
corporate mouth. We doing everything.
So would you do a did you do a show with or work with Signal 23 TV? I see Henderson Maddock is in he have his thing. I've also seen A Connected TV. He got his thing down there. There's so many like independent filmmakers in Atlanta. So have you tried to work with any of those entities?
Yeah, I've done Jonte Productions. He did The Assistant 1, 2, and 3. I did all 3 of those.
Okay.
I did some work with A Connection TV over there with Wesley. I've done some other independent. It was a gospel one I did. They had two movies that came out. Is Divided We Fall 1 and 2. I starred in both of those. I did a couple of other extra work. I did stuff for like Love and Hip Hop. Did some shit. I did some hosting shit for MTV. Just a couple of I did a lot of little acting shit.
I'm excited because I feel like you have a resume, you're putting in the work, and that's why I always feel dedicated to interview independent contractors or independent artists like yourself that's in the community. Because so many people say, but Wiley, why do you interview these people that are not quote unquote on Saucy level? Because I don't know where you're going to be in the next 5 years.
I know I could be there in 5 years.
Right. I'm talking about like more success, like really go more mainstream. And I'm a fan of your music. And I feel like why not give a platform? That's the issue with a lot of people. They want to latch on to you once
after you get there.
Yes.
That's a big thing in our community.
People that is there when you're not there yet.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because let's be clear, by the time you get famous and get all these team members, I won't be able to reach you.
Right.
You're gonna have these white publicists that's gonna pretty much tell you where you should and should go, right? So I feel like I should be that platform for people that typically won't get that exposure on these other networks.
Absolutely.
Because everybody wants you. I want to ask you this. What do you see yourself, this is my last question, in the next 10 years, like career-wise? What do you want to see yourself doing?
Well, I mean, I have a career already that I do, my 9 to 5, but
okay.
Right now, like I'm just doing all the entertainment stuff because this is it's like a dream of mine I always wanted to do. If it takes off, I like a lot of things I've done, like sharing the stage with Trina, bucket list already done. So a lot of things I've done already. So it's just like if it goes further, cool. If it don't, I have fun anyway. So it doesn't matter to me. I'm just out here having a good time.
Yes.
I party, I drink, I have a good time, I perform, I take my ass home, I go to work, and I sleep on the weekend. That's about it. I don't do nothing else. I don't do nothing for like no cloud or try to get to where like a level like because I know a lot of my rap counterparts, they thinking they're gonna be like the next big thing, and some of them really get upset if they're not the next big thing tomorrow, and they be really upset about it. Like me, I don't really give a fuck. So
yeah, you have other things, and I feel like a lot.
I got other things going on, so it's like I don't really
and I feel like a lot of these rappers they do OnlyFans and they get mad when the OnlyFans outweigh their music, but. I mean,
that's a big thing. A lot of them doing the OnlyFans and like they're gonna follow like they want to see you naked, sweetie. We all can do that. I can get naked too. Like,
everybody, right? And they get so. And I've talked to plenty of them. Oh, Wiley, I'm tired of people always want me from my body, but bitch, that's all they see. Is your body? That is the attention you're going to gravitate. When I send people to your Twitter, they see your cheeks, your chest. They see that. And they're not gonna go to the music. That's the main focus. It's not too many artists like T.S. Madison that started as a prostitute, done music, and now became just solidified.
Right.
It's not too many people that can bridge that. It's a very slim number. And so for you, what made you keep on your TikTok on camera instead of taking it off and making quick payday?
Funny you mentioned that. When I first started, this was like before. My mom was still living, and everybody not been wanting to act forever. So I think it was like 2016, 2015, somewhere in there. One of my friends actually worked with Signal 23, and they had an opportunity for me to do some work over there. So me, of course, I had to go do my research because I never heard of it at the time. So I went and seen it. And one of the big first questions that was asked me was, do I have a problem with being nude? Which me personally, I mean, y'all hear, if you hear my music, you know, sex is nothing for me. Being naked is nothing for me. But it's just like, it was like the stigma. OnlyFans wasn't what it is now. And a lot of the people who did porn and stuff, they were like, kind of like, you know, kind of looked down upon around that time frame. So it was kind of like, I didn't know if I wanted to come out, be my introduction to the world, just being butt booty naked. And I'm thinking like, what if I decide to go a completely different route 10 years from now? I know getting butt naked, I'm not able to live that down. So how should I go about it? So, and we all know sex does sell, which is why OnlyFans is taking, you know, the head that is taken now. So we do know that the sex does sell, but I still be tasteful with it. Like you go to my Twitter, you might see some half naked pictures. You go to my stories sometimes, I might take some thirst traps. Sex sells eventually. Then it just matches me. I'm just a naturally sexualized person, so you will see I will put a lot of sexually suggestive stuff. Of course, I make sexually suggestive music, and yeah, seeing an ass and dick pic for me is not uncommon. So, yeah. But it's not like I don't do it like that all the time. Just like me, I just like being naked. You can come to my house, you probably see me naked all the damn time. So it's just like it don't bother me much, but I'm still very like, you know, I'm like a classy naked person.
Okay, I love that. The reason I'm glad you avoided the Signal 23 TV route is because I've seen so many of those young men did that and they went to OnlyFans. And I told them, once you take your clothes off, you're going to get addicted to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of them, from Rico Pure to Brandon Carter, they all said, I want to be these amazing actors. And I said, but once you take those clothes off, that's it. That you're gonna get stuck in that, and many of them, that's what they do. And so I'm so happy that you very tasteful, and I love how you said classy with it. I love that. I love that you're in Atlanta. I think Atlanta get a bad rep because people say you can't keep a relationship in Atlanta.
Let me explain that for a second. I'm so tired of hearing that. It's just like, y'all gotta realize that the reason why Atlanta gets the rep that it gets about these people, because people not from here. They come here, they wreak havoc. I just got our relationship with a nigga from Chicago, moved him here.
Wow.
He's spilling that same damn shit to everybody over town. Like, you can't find a man in Atlanta and all. It's really? You are coming, y'all come here doing the crazy shit, and then it's like y'all leaving Atlanta like a hotel room or a rental car, if you will. You dog that bitch out and just leave it and then just go back to your house. And that's literally what they do in Atlanta. They dog this bitch out and then go back home. So that's where the rep is coming from. Because they people in Atlanta, we be chilling.
Right. I feel like that's why I have cousins that's in Atlanta. And if they local, they okay. It's just the outsiders. But
it's the outsiders.
But absolutely. My thing is, when I came from the outside in, all I had was sex, was the Lyft driver, the Uber driver. Everybody was just that common. Sex is very prevalent in Atlanta.
Oh, very much so. It's a melting pot. A lot of people here from different places.
Right.
You got to realize when you're in these other cities, you have a gay community. It's small. It's a very small city. But this one, it's small in Atlanta too, but it's way bigger than any other city besides probably like New York or maybe LA.
But I love the fact how you said it. It's whatever you could have a relationship. It's about, but if you're a hoe from Chicago and I'm from Chicago, born and raised, you're gonna be a hoe in Atlanta. You're gonna be a hoe in Dallas. It's hoes everywhere. It's up to you, or do you have the willpower to make this work? And most of these dudes are not honest. They just blame Atlanta. No, Atlanta didn't. No, it's that you just a hoe.
That's just what it is. And like I said, I slutted in this bitch too when I first moved here when I was like my early 20s. Once again, I didn't live here. And was out here visiting and out here slutting down. I was like in my early 20s, and it was crazy. And this, but now, being in my 30s now, it's a little bit different now. I just me and my friends together. We go to clubs, little bars, chats, the walks in the park.
Because you went to your phase. Like for me, I'm not through the phase. Every time I come to, I was just there a year before when I went to Monique taping, and then I went to the club, and then I screwed in the hotel room. So I'm not over it because it's so many characters, so many people that you see. It's a lot of temptations there. And then if you have a podcast, it's a lot of girls that want clout, and they will give the draws up for clout. And that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm glad that we had this. I want to know, would you bring back a podcast? Would you bring back doing the radio. Because even in Atlanta, this is why I'm going to be visiting really soon. Y'all have like television, y'all have podcasts, y'all got radio stations, y'all got radio network. It's so much in Atlanta for that. Like, are you going to do that? Are you going to?
I actually did radio for a year. Like I said, I was doing everything a piece of entertainment. So basically, like me, I was just trying to figure out what I liked and what just came naturally for me. Radio, actually, honestly, believe it or not, did come a little natural to me because, like, I have a gift for gab. I talk all day, so it was easy to do. I had to learn the radio system, how to cue the music, how to cue the commercials, and hand claps and the audience, and it just came naturally to me. But it just wasn't me. It required, because we did it every fucking week. It was 1 or 2 shows a week. We had to get guest hosts, had to learn the host, learn who you was interviewing, get in there, introduce, keep the audience engaged. It just came a lot overwhelming, especially when I had I had acting gigs I had to do. I had a lot of rehearsal table reads. Then I started doing my own music, hosting gigs. Then I did a reality show for a little stint. It just came to be, and all that was around the same time frame. And it was just came to be a whole lot. And I'm like, radio cool, but I don't love it like that to keep doing it. So I kind of like chopped that off. Acting is really where my passion was at. I really love music, but the reason why I stuck with music so much so far is because music pays the most. So I actually made the most money by doing music, which is why I'm not doing so. Trust me, if I wasn't making no money off it, I wouldn't still be doing it. So that's the only reason why
I'm glad you said
literally
that.
Still do it.
I
paid for it.
Like the people, the Signal 23, all those folks, they're making money, but the actors not. The actors not. I've been on the phone with plenty of these actors that were broke. They gave up their butt. They They gave up their butt, and they were broke. Some were even homeless. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't know. They didn't know. No one knew that About Him was going to make all that money.
Right.
But those actors, when I interviewed them, and some told me privately, and some is now speaking up now, even calling him Harvey Weinstein. I think personally, it's a ruthless business, and a lot of Black creators, especially the gay ones, have been abused by other Black gay directors and owners. So I'm glad that you said that music pays the most because you have complete control. It's streaming. I love that you are free, and I'm going to play your music on my Station Head show so my audience can know more about your music, because I feel like your music is just off the chain. And I saw you on Instagram, and I keep my eye on the streets, especially in this spectrum of LGBT people, because I feel like we don't get enough platforms. I feel like it's not enough for us to come together. So I love the fact that you came on the show.
Everybody be into it every 5 minutes. That's the main reason. Everybody into it with each other. I usually stay pretty neutral. I really don't beef with anybody. I mean, y'all probably see me in a spat or two over the years. But
I've been in a lot of spats.
It's just usually they always started, but one thing I'm gonna do is always finish it.
Yeah, so I'm very controversial. So
I know.
Oh, you know. Okay, yeah.
I know very well.
I'm very controversial. People trash me because if you're in this business, I'm very strong-minded. I have an opinion. I went toe-to-toe with Henderson Maddox. I went toe-to-toe with everybody, like Milan, Chris, whoever. But I feel happy that I have my platform that I can deliver what I want to do. I mean, we boost Wendy Williams up, made her a millionaire. So why can't I do what I feel like is important? I love the fact that you came on the show. I love the fact that you do great music. You are an attractive man, and you're not boring, because I've interviewed plenty of attractive people. I'm not going to say any name, but they were extremely boring. I'm like, baby, only thing you got is your good looks, because I don't know. I would get bored. Yeah, you look good, but damn, I want to laugh. And I want to kiki. And you have that. You're great for the camera. So I wish you well. I can't wait. Any performances, any events that you got coming up?
Actually, I have 2 videos that's in post-production right now that's coming out. So y'all want to see a lot in a minute. What I'm doing is gearing this shit up, because I got the album been done for like
I'm happy about that.
A year or 2 now. So I just did the Cotton Goblin video 2 weeks ago. I got a song. I actually got a group that I'm doing with my best friend called Hood Hoes, and named Tell It. We got a song. I did a song by myself. We got a joint little mixtape. I did a song called Don't Play. Redid Don't Play With It. Then it's an intro to my album that's on the back end of it. Y'all will see it. I'm doing some work with Chasing coming soon. Y'all look out for that.
Oh, you doing something with Chase of Reality?
So it's a lot of stuff going. I got a podcast show that I'm doing that's coming at the end of next month, March.
Oh
and the performances, I think my first one is going to be in New York this year. Then I got one in Cali this year.
Oh my gosh!
So
and when I come to Atlanta, I want to see you in Atlanta.
Oh, absolutely! You know, this is my city. I'm always here.
You know, I'm going to be coming there for a couple of months and doing some work there. Because I feel like I want to interview the people in person. This is good, right? Because it's not too many shows in it. It's a lot of shows, but they're not popping. They just don't get it. Everybody want to be each other. Everybody want to be each other's friend. Where is the shock? Where's the mess in Atlanta?
You like me? I like to see the mess in the show.
Yeah, they dwindled it down. They got very messy. They dwindled it down. Chase and Atlanta, they all flopped. Most of them broke anyway. And very broke. And they went messy. And somebody have to come and shake Atlanta up. And I would be the one to shake it up because everybody is coked out, friend up, OnlyFans booted out, and nobody is following their dreams anymore. I think when OnlyFans kind of destroyed Atlanta, a lot of these creators, because they're drugged up, loosed up, infected up, and they're not talented no more. And so
I feel like as a community, we are really sex driven. So OnlyFans to me is an easy route to go. Like
it is.
It's like if you go backing up against the wall, bitch, get butt booty naked and just start fucking on camera. I mean, that's how I feel. If you ain't get rent paid, pink slips on the door, start fucking, bitch. Turn that red light on.
And be consistent. And be consistent when you do it, because I would tell you I had to unsubscribe from a lot of people. I'm not gonna say any names, but you can't post one video and then disappear. I'm gonna unsubscribe. Like
me personally, I like production. Tell me a story. Set the scene. Give me a mood. Like I want to see y'all come into something. What's up? What's up?
Like what's up? Now
y'all fucking. What happened in between this?
Like, I like storylines. Like, oh, you're a roommate. The roommate comes. You screw the room. Like it's a dialogue.
Yeah, like what happened?
Like so, you know, I would love to like produce people, like direct OnlyFans, because as a person that have fantasies and have done things, sleep with my roommate boyfriends, I know what the community thrive for. So again,
if I did OnlyFans, that's what it would give. It would give production. I would make that acting.
I would do
it style.
It would be acted, you
would get both. Like you're not just gonna get me just in there just.
Because I love story, like, you know, when people screw their stepmoms, like the white people got it on.
White people, they know it. White people know what's up over there. They got it.
They got it.
We need to bring this over here.
They got it's like the blacks. They just don't have that. Like they don't have storylines where they just screw. It gets boring. Like where's the dialogue? So I understand what you're saying. Like where's the Tyler Perry of OnlyFans? But
that's what I need. That. And then I might subscribe to something too. You get
right? Like I would subscribe to it just on that alone. But I want to thank you, K-Star.
No problem.
You are an incredible, talented, just everything. Like you're doing amazing work, and I'm so glad you said yes to the platform.
Oh, of course. You know, I love platforms. Look, every platform that wants me, I'm coming.
I didn't even know I didn't even know you knew who I was. Like
now, you know, I be in this entertainment. I know everybody. Just because I don't speak to nobody on a regular basis don't mean I don't know everybody. I know everybody.
Because you respond very quick. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay. And I was quite nervous because I'm like,
now you got me right on break too. I'm looking like, oh, Wally, what's up? I was right on break too. Like I always go to my Instagram on break. Like when I off work, I got a little break or something, a lunch break. Just scrolling through Instagram, and you can't write this out. I'm like, oh well, shit.
Yeah, I love
hit the gym later, and you know I just lost like 25 pounds, so I got to stay consistent.
I lost almost 100. I was almost 400 pounds.
You got to get it. You got to keep the weight off.
Yeah, you got
old now.
Yeah, I'm 33, so you had to keep it off, and it feels good, and the sex is better too because you get more confidence.
Yeah, because I like to look at myself and shit. So,
yes. You know, and I see you tatted up and everything too.
Yeah, I like to feel real cute when I'm looking in the mirror and shit. I can't do that if I'm, you know, like, damn, why my stomach flapping over and shit.
Yeah. Like now I can put on my watch. I couldn't fit it because I was so big, but now I can fit it now. So it's amazing. I think God is amazing. And I thank you for coming on. I can't wait to see you in Atlanta. I will be I'm gonna be waking it up. I have to, I can't wait to see you because you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I will definitely be here. Everybody know. I I know me and I'm doing this panel with Scotty. I know that's coming up pretty soon again.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love Scotty by Nature.
Yeah, so we're doing that again, and then I don't know.
Amazing.
We doing something with trap. I don't know what the heck going on.
Oh
with that,
yes, okay.
Yeah,
I'm happy that you out here in these streets.
I need to bring my own back, but
You should.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. Me, shout out to Tremel. We've been talking about bringing it back, but
oh yeah, Tremel is good too. I love Tremel.
mm-hmm.
Tremel didn't like me at one point because someone got in his head, said I said something, and I never say anything negative.
We Leos. We'll be in the attitude. Me, Tremel worse than me. Tremel stay in his Leo a lot longer.
Because I don't know. I know what I said about everybody. I never say anything about Tremel. And if I did, it was with love. He's a very attractive, very talented, very aggressive. I love that.
Yeah.
And I will meet him in person. Just Tremel, just know I love you. Don't listen to these haters that say stuff because most of them are haters. If it came out of my mouth, just tell me the video. And I have bipolar, so some stuff I say just to entertain, and I don't really mean it. But some of y'all take it so real. But
yeah, which is fine. Like, so y'all see Wiley say something about me, y'all just screenshot and send it to my inbox, and I'll be right back.
I don't know.
Then y'all will see me at completely different.
I don't really remember what I say. And then when I come and meet these people in Atlanta, they be like, "Oh, you said this," and I clearly just don't remember. Half of the time, I remember your name. I must
like when you reviewing like shows and reviewing things.
Okay,
you say some things that people are not gonna like. I
say
it all the time.
Okay, that's what it is. Because
I say it to your goddamn face. Like,
it's nothing.
When you said such, I sure in the fuck did, and I meant every word of it. What you gonna do about it?
Absolutely, I say it in the face. I've gotten invitations to places, and I keep the same energy. But I tell these people in the business, I said, listen, if you want to be famous, you got to take critiques. If you can't take it, quit.
None of them can.
You can't.
Y'all be reading the comments to be ready to cry and punch the wall. Y'all can't do that.
I get dragged thousands of comments a day.
Every day.
So either A, take it, or B, leave. But they can't take it. But they watch every word. Oh, you said this about me. What? Okay, that's very light. I'm just judging a show. And I'm just trying to help my brothers and sisters in the business. Like, you got to take criticism. I get dragged every day. Everything I do, I get, like this particular video, I'm going to get dragged. They're going to say, oh, he was flirting. He's trying to sleep. But I just heard it. It's nothing new that I've heard it all. But again, you got to keep doing it because once you are a public figure, people gonna talk. That's what we're
very used to it.
Yeah,
like, all the time. I'll be like, you ain't gonna whoop no ass though.
Because they're not. Most of them, and if they do, just record it so I can get famous.
That's it. That's all I need.
I love you.
Thank you. Had some footage.
I can't wait to see you on the show.
Oh, absolutely. If you ever need me to come back, just inbox me. I am always.
Yes.
When my shit come out.
Yeah. Whenever
I'll receive some clips.
Then
we'll come back and we'll chop it up and get in more in depth.
I gotta get you. Yeah, when your project.
I know people like, who the fuck is that?
I gotta do it, but I want my audience to know because I've always told the community when I had 3 listeners, I said, whenever I get an audience, I will always remember them because I've seen so many people make it and they abandon people. They don't talk about gay stuff at all of it straight.
Right. And I don't like to do that. Like when we started the Court Mouth was the same thing. We just started we started putting highlights on independent artists, whether they were podcasters, they were they did mute, they sung, they rap, they paint. Like anybody that was in the community doing something they had 4 followers. I'm like, well, bitch, we got 800 over here.
Yes, I've done it. I've done it. So I always gonna be dedicated to you, and to your music. And I love your songs, all of them. For what I've heard so far, I love. I got
the new album coming out. That should probably be out April, May time.
I cannot wait. I
can't wait. 2 videos are done. I actually shoot 2 more in March. So I'm just kind of jump the mugs out real quick so y'all get. I'm doing it like Beyonce style. They're gonna be all a video to every song. It'll tell a story type deal. So
yes, I will be viewing it.
I'm doing something different. Just we having fun. Why not?
Yeah.
Once, why not?
You're talented, and so I will be right there supporting you. Thank you. How can the people follow you on Instagram or Twitter or X? They call it now.
Yeah. Twitter is Instagram is right there. It is it's K-Star. I don't know what the fuck my Twitter is. I barely use Twitter.
Oh, you barely use it. So I know Instagram you use a lot.
The only thing I use the most is probably Instagram. So you be Instagram. That's usually how you get me. But in the next couple of weeks, I will be using all of them. So TikTok. Like I said, I'm gonna have to come back here and plug everything. I'll be back on TikTok. I neglected Facebook for a minute, so I'm gonna get back on her.
Yeah.
X, Twitter, whatever the fuck. It might be called
Yeah.
X. All the dick is on there. Yeah, X. I'm gonna start using that bitch again. And yeah, I'm gonna start using all the threads. I'm gonna start using all that shit again.
Oh
So
my
y'all can see
gosh.
all
Yeah.
the damn shit. Just follow K-Star on Instagram. I'll be plugging everything here, and of course, I'll be back here. So all the ones in the audience probably looking like, "Who the fuck is this?" Y'all see who I am pretty soon.
But I'm gonna feed them down. I'm gonna feed you to them your
Yeah,
material.
feed me.
Yeah, because I have a radio show, so I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
period.
Yeah, I love just doing it because we talk about Beyonce, but she's already famous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's talk about the ones that's trying to get there.
Yeah, I'll always want, my vision have always been, I want to be the one that made that person pop or get it out. Damn, I saw you on the Wiley Show. I want to work with you because of that.
Right.
I always wanted to have that power for good. Thank you.
Absolutely. And
Absolutely.
you know, the mess is always nice. They keep you popping, keep you young, keep you fresh. But we are power for good too.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming
Yeah.
on.
Well, thank you
so
for
much.
having me, Jax. Could you sit down, please?
Yeah. Thank you to the dog for making his.
Yeah, Amy did his thing. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna take
Yes.
my ass back to bed.
Yes.
Get a shower first, but then yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
thank y'all. Thanks, Wally.
Thank
Love
you.
y'all. And
Love
I'm
you.
fuck on.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. It was so good, like interviewing like people coming up. So back to my introduction, because this is gonna be like a long video. I need y'all to share, like, share. Y'all know who Case. Many of y'all don't know who he is. I understand that. Most of y'all are straight. I'm gonna play his music on station here after the show, and we can have a conversation. I just want to hurry up and bring him on to have a conversation. But let's get back to my introduction. So I'm outside, minding my own business, and I'm like, God damn, like, where's all these black people come from? Because usually it was like Little Mexico. When I left, it was Little Mexico, Mexican music, burritos, quesadillas, and margaritas. And I'm just walking. I said, when did this turn into Nigeria, West Africa? So, because usually when I walk in the park, it's none but Latino people, Mexican people. They just took over the park, right? Beer bottles everywhere. And then I was just walking, and I said, why is all these people from Nigeria? I just thought they were from Nigeria. They were from Africa, right? They were black, but they were African black. Anyway, I'm taking a video. I was so amazed. It was like a breath of fresh air. Seeing that, I'm just walking, then I'm seeing a beautiful family, a beautiful Indian family. Then I saw a beautiful look like they was from Venezuela, whatever, right? I'm just looking at the interracial, like the whole melting pot of just different type of people. Everybody, there wasn't no bonnets, there wasn't nobody begging. Like, everybody was just with their family. It felt really good. And I was like listening to like my gospel music, and I was just vibing to the atmosphere, the vibe. And I love having my own. Like, it was the best feeling ever. Now, we got to be real messy in this video, and I know I'm going to piss some people off, but I don't give a damn. I know I'm going to piss some people off. I haven't been back in the studio, so y'all excuse me while I get real ignorant in a second, because I haven't been back in the studio in a long time. Let's first start off with Don Lemon. Y'all know who Don is. He have walked away, or a $24.5 million. CNN cut him a check for about almost $25 million because they fired him, and he's walking away with $25 million. If you do not know who Don Lemon is, Don Lemon was on CNN for decades. They fired him because they did the CNN This Morning, and he asked some tough questions to a candidate, to Vivek, I believe is Vivek, asked him some questions, and the owner didn't like it, or the CEO didn't like it, or somebody didn't like it, and they fired him. So now Don Lemon was like, you know what? And then they fired the boss of CNN, or the head man in CNN. They fired him eventually. And so he got a check because he was on contract, and they had to pay him that amount of money. And I think it's great. And I was watching like and hearing things from Don Lemon. Now he's going to do his own thing. And I'm so happy because people laughed at Roland Martin. Oh, he go Roland. He doing a YouTube show. He ain't on CNN. But Roland Company is worth a couple of $1 million. It is very important to work for self, to do for self. And now that Don Lemon he's $30 million richer, plus the millions he got in the bank already for working for CNN. Why not work for self, have complete control? And Don said, he said that I have complete control. I am the owner. I can say what I want to say without being fired. And I think everybody is falling into that footstep. And I love that because I feel like you as an artist should do it. Like, don't play no games. If you out here on CNN and you can't tell like you can tell it, start your own stuff. Now, some of us, I got to say it, we got to take the ish because we broke. So don't you go to your damn job and try to get fired because you ain't there financially yet. Everybody got to do that. So some stuff, you just got to take it. Talk back to me in the chat. Some stuff, you just got to take it. It ain't always that you can just say what you got to say. Because some stuff you just got to take it. I went in many different jobs I worked at. I just got to take it because I'm not in a financial situation just to go jump ship. Now, I feel like what Don did was right. Go and make your money. But I also feel that when you are black in media, they don't give a damn about you. They don't care. They don't like when black folks speak the truth to power. This is why they just don't like it. They don't like it when you really go there. They don't like that. They like it when you give their narrative, when you the token Negro, when you promote their ideal. And when you go off script, be like, you know what, you lying. No, you are a liar. They don't like that. Even though white people that work in media can like really go at it. But if a black man like Don Lemon do the same thing, he get canceled or fired. So I'm happy that he's creating his own lane. And he's going to notice that you're going to make more money, more of the profits going to go to you. And I felt like the community is going to stand up for you. So, Don, do what you got to do, Don. I love you. That's all I got to say about Don Lemon. You make your money because you're $25 million richer. Baby, you ain't even got to work. This is just all for fun. Let's also get into Jason Lee really quickly. And I need you all to share this. But Jason Lee said that he's stepping down as CEO of Hollywood Unlocked. He is no longer going to be in charge of Hollywood Unlocked. He is now stepping down from that position. Many people is saying that he is gearing up to win city council race, District 6. And he said he is no longer going to be the CEO of the run the day-to-day operations of Hollywood Unlocked. We don't know who he's going to pick at this time. Also, too, he's going to throw this big party. Right now, Jason is preparing that he's going to win this race. We don't know that to be true or not until Election Day on March the 5th. But we have been covering this race, and it's been very rough these past couple of weeks. But, you know, if you all did not know, I've interviewed Kimberly Wormsley. Kimberly Wormsley was on our show. She is the vice mayor, and she is the current city councilwoman in District 6. She told me privately on the phone call that Jason Lee lived with his sister, that Jason Lee is this, Jason Lee is that. And we decided not to release the phone call. She talked with her campaign. They called us and they threatened us and said that if we would release that private phone call that was off the record, they would sue. And we decided not to release the phone call. And we have it, but we're not going to release it to the public. But Kimberly did talk a lot of mess. She told me verbatim, well, I heard that he stayed with his sister and blah, blah, blah. Why is he doing this? Why is he coming out of a black woman? Why is he stalking me? And he brought people to city council to cussed me out and blah blah blah. And we decided not to, we decided not to post the recording. I'm not going to post the recording at all, because I don't care to post it. But when Kimberly came on the show, she did a complete different person. Oh, she was like, oh, I'm just a social worker. I didn't want to talk about this. She wanted to be professional. She didn't want to go there, but she was talking trash about Jason behind the scenes. But because I got it on tape, but you didn't want to say it publicly, so that's why I'm like, I don't really f with you like that. And then I started looking at Jason Lee, his campaign, and what he was doing for the community, and I said, hey, why not, endorse Jason? And I held it for a while because I said, let me do some more research. And I did, and it was just iconic. This brother have been out here working for the community, knocking on doors, running a coalition with people, and it's just iconic. But also, what I looked at Kimberly a little different. Again, Jason went to all the forums, and Kimberly said she can't make not one of them. One of the candidates said, I talked to Kimberly. She said she was receiving all these threats that she can't come. Like, she's avoiding Jason Lee. To her strategy, she's pulling a Trump strategy. I'm not going to participate. I'm going to run my own race, but I'm not going to come and support Jason. I mean, get in the same room with Jason, because he is pretty much the front runner. And I'm not going to have him embarrass me with these questions, because this woman have not done anything of substance enough for the community. A lot of people said they haven't seen enough of Kimberly Wormsley in the community. Police officers are not doing enough for that community. So Jason have really showed the weakness of Kimberly Wormsley, and also Kimberly have not really been out there networking in the community. I believe she feel like it's going to happen, but I told her before I took away my endorsement from her that you got to campaign. Like, where's your billboards? Where's your posters? Where's your mailing? Where's your presence on social media? It's just like I didn't see enough of her. Correction, someone says she was in forums. I sat in them. Okay. Well, where's she at the forums with Jason Lee? Let me ask that question, Miguel. I just want to ask that question because maybe you can come on the show, because you said you sat in some. Give me a second. I'll drop the link, and you can hit the link here, and you can hit the link, and we can get there. Was she at the forum with Jason? Correct me if I'm wrong. The ones that Jason was at, she didn't go, but I could be wrong because you said you sat there. Do you want to hit the link and come on the air and we can answer that? All right. So at the end of the day, I feel like Jason is running for office. He's letting the people know, I'm going to win this race. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to withdraw. I am going to invest my money. This man also invested in posters to see where's the voters' head is at, where they're going to vote. And according to his data, he's in the lead. So we're going to see. We're going to keep you all updated of this particular race. I feel like it is heating up. And before you know it, we got a couple more days into March. And so Jason could make history as being a city council member, or he could lose. We shall see. All right. Wow. All right. Let's move on from that. Now, all right. So we got to talk about Armon Wiggins, y'all. First of all, let me say this. I feel like Armon went on a press tour today, and I'm so happy that TGIF is deciding to book him again. Me and Claudia were talking via the DM on yesterday, and so I'm not going to get into everything that we talked about, but I feel like Claudia, she plays these games, whatever the case may be. When it comes to Armon Wiggins deciding to go on Storm's show today, and they talked, and he said he's been calling him every day, like, how is Storm able to get away with these things, and I'm not able to get away with these things? Why is that? Because number one, I feel that Armon and Storm, I feel like it's totally two different people. Storm didn't come in destroying the image of Black women like Armon Wiggins did. Storm was a part of Armon Wiggins being a hater of Black women. He dragged it, he dogged it. And so when I see these two people on screen, I'm disgusted. I feel like throwing up. Actually, I feel like going to the toilet and boo-booing because it's fake. And let me tell you why I believe it's fake. Because you get these two people on screen, fake, using each other, and I'm disgusted. Because Armon said something, I don't understand. How could you say these things and I can't say it? Well, damn it, Storm is the damn reason why you can't say half the stuff you want to say. Storm was the one that doxed your daddy and mama. He talked about your mama and your daddy. So for you to sit here and be like, I don't understand, get your head out of your drawers so I can help you understand. Because last time I checked, he was dragging you. That's your dark-skinned chocolate daddy. Let me remind you. You said you wasn't talented in Storm, and you said you got 300,000 subscribers and I got 200,000. You compare yourself to Storm on Raw. You compare yourself to Storm Monroe. But Storm had what you tried to get. He had a mentorship with Tasha. He had a strong, solid foundation, and yours was built on trashing Black women, and you boxed yourself for years with female rappers. So when you go to your viewership, it's not hitting because the people just know you for dragging Nicki, Cardi, Kim, Trina, particularly Nicki, Cardi. So you boxed yourself in that. What Storm did, he talked about everybody, white, Black, Kardashians, everybody. He did not box them in with one subject matter. But with that being said, my favorite comedian did drop some gems, I would say. Oh, yes. Did he drop gems? He said that when you make the money, invest the money. Then Armon said something. He said, I don't know how to invest my money. I'm still learning. Okay. And I agree with him. When you make the money, invest it because the money may not always be there. Right? You want to make sure the money grows so you don't have to necessarily have to go live and break stories to make money. And one of the things he did say, I agree. He was like, I got tired of just walking around breaking a story just to, to make money. Is not because what he said, to make me feel good. No, to pay your bills. Because if the check ain't a certain amount, you won't be able to pay your overhead costs. And I love the fact how he said, I have this studio. It feels different when I get in the highway and blah, 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 because I don't want to bring people in my home. Because most people he brought in this home were doing booger sugar and they were screwing each other and homeless people, right? He said, I don't want to do that. I want to have a studio. And I already know the gas that I want to have. It is an investment, and we shall see. Because Armon, he typically go out and do these projects, and he shuts it down because it's not bringing in the money. Case in point, the studio. He wanted to do a record label that got shut down. He wanted to do tarot cards, read people business that got shut down, wasn't bringing in no money. And then you went right back to putting the desk and the table and doing the same thing you could have did in your apartment for free. Anyway, I digress. So I'm listening to this interview with Storm. And number one, I don't F with Storm because number one, the brother was fake. He was on my show and he blocked my name, blocked me on the show, had me blocked for years when we were quote unquote cool. And I said, I don't trust this guy. I don't trust him. And I felt that he was very mean to me, sneaky, and he's fake. And we exposed it. That's why I don't F with him. And then Storm said he don't want to be in Hollywood. He just want to make his money. But Armon, Storm don't want to be in Hollywood. Also, now you want to work with Storm because he don't want to be in Hollywood. But if he wanted to be in Hollywood, you wouldn't work with him. And so now Armon was like, oh, I call you because I want to know about the Bishop T.D. Jakes stuff. And he just want to know about your business. You ain't calling him and he ain't calling you, giving you no tea about what's going on. Anyway. So I'm just looking at this and then Armon trying to get an interview with Larry Reed, but the Larry Reed and Storm interview would do more numbers. Storm just really good with the algorithm. His platform is really good. But Larry going on Armon's show in California, I just don't understand that piece. Storm, you should get the interview. Screw the friends, you get the interview so you can get the clicks and views. I digress. So I'm listening to this and I'm still disgusted. It is fake. I'm like, what's the purpose? And then TGIF, they decided to book Armon Wiggins for the show. And he's on the show. And I took a couple of notes here. They talked about, the congressman that passed away and Congressman Mays. And I love him dearly because what he did for the culture was amazing. And I'm definitely praying for his family. And I feel like may he rest in peace. The councilman Eric Mays. I feel like he's amazing what he did. But then Armon Wiggins said he did a quick Google search. He said on TGIF, oh wow, it's funny that he died and didn't pay his debts. Okay, I laughed because it was very funny because he's not into politics, he's not into the man policy, etc. Then they talked about Wendy Williams, and then Armon got this stupid idea or review of Wendy documentary. He said Wendy Williams just did all this to get over the conservative, to expose it. No, stupid dummy. The woman lost her mind when she signed that deal with Lifetime. She wasn't as bad as she was now. She was more coherent when she signed that 3-picture deal. They just taped it at her worst. And for him to get up on that video, and I saw this last night when I was in Chicago, he said, oh, she just exposed the conservative. They all work. No, baby, absolutely not. Let me tell you why your theory is just a bunch of stupidity and a bunch of dumb rocks and a plate of maggots food. Stupid. Wendy Williams is proving to the world that she's incompetent. That will be used in the courtroom, dummy. When she called her brother, when she called her son name to her brother, that's going to be used that she ain't there, dummy. If you wanted to help to get off the conservatorship, it wouldn't be putting my ass on camera showing me that I can't remember my brother's name. Are you stupid? That ain't no way to get off no guardianship showing that you lost your mind and going drunk and not feeding your cats, they shitting and pissing and throwing up. Are you stupid? That's dumb. That ain't no plot. Oh, this is how we're gonna expose the. Actually, you helping the guardianship. Like, this is the reason. Exhibit A, episode 1. Episode 2. Her mind is gone. So for him to have that, he really thought he was just in his bed. He ain't telling us, so you know you don't need to read no card from that false, twisted back fool. She couldn't remember where her house was, where she was raised. So for me, and to Lifetime, now they're coming out. Oh, if we would have known, that Wendy Williams' mind, if she had that dementia, we would have not put those cameras on. Stop that lie. Y'all got a deal. Y'all got money to be made. Y'all got to get the advertisers got to get fed, dummy. Of course you would have recorded her. Y'all loved it. That's why the cameras was rolling, dummy. You knew that the woman mind was gone because you kept asking the questions. She called her brother her ex's name. Yes. Could be. And so this is why I said it's not good. Because the family should have said, shut that down. Shut that down. And the niece, I'm going back to the view. I gotta drag the niece a little bit. This is what Wendy Williams will want. You a damn lie. You don't know your aunt. Your aunt do not want the world to see her at her worst. Showing her nappy hair, her bald spot, her cats boo-booing on themselves and not feeding herself. Showing old food, no food in the refrigerator. Her not naming the right family member name. Her days is mixed up. She wouldn't want to show that. She tried for years to show that everything was all right, that she was sober. She tried for decades to put on this face that I got it all together. I'm not a drunk. I'm not an addict. She tried to show that for decades. And it got so bad, she couldn't hide it no more. It's hard to hide when your mind is gone. Yes, you can hide it if you competent enough. But when that mind leaves, you ain't gonna be able to hide it no more. People gonna notice she lost her mind. They gonna notice this woman lost her mind. Her mind is gone. It's gone. 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 And she couldn't hide it no more. Everybody just wanted to get paid. From the publicist to manager, everybody. Then we all thought the sister was a good woman. We thought, I don't know, the woman could be good or she could be nasty. I'm just judging what we all on the outside, none of us on the inside. Because the ex-husband said that the sister tried to steal $1.5 million from Wendy Williams. So regardless of this Wendy situation and Armon Wiggins saying what he said, I want people to hear me. The Wendy Williams that you knew from back yonder is a totally different person. And because she's such an addict, I don't know if she will be sober for the rest of her life. It will not surprise me if she slipped back on the bottle, if she get back around bottles. It will not surprise me. And so Al would say, I believe this is going to be one of the greatest comeback in entertainment history. That would work if she didn't have no dementia. She got brain problems, stupid. How you supposed to be a professor and you don't even know what the woman is diagnosed with, dummy? I believe, Wendy, this is going to be a comeback. What comeback? Baby, her mind gone. She got guardians over her. Are we just going to avoid that? So I'm listening to Armon Wiggins. And then they talked about Portia. They talked about Billy D. Williams. And Armand don't know about Billy D. Williams. Producers, I don't know why y'all keep giving these old topics to young talent. Unless, or at least give me the topics 24 hours before we go live. Give it to me over the weekend. Because this Billy D. Williams story dropped days ago. Then you dropped another story, another old school person back in the 70s, 60s, 70s. Give it to him so this man can do his research. Stop setting this man up for failure. This man is a young man, right? He goes from that youth perspective. Have them topics that fit y'all. Oh, he ain't got that age bracket. Understand who that you got on the platform. Now, if you got Jennifer Lewis on the platform, you can talk about those subjects because she lived in that era. Stop setting this man up for failure. It's cringy and it's stupid. Give him some youth topics. Mix it up and give the panelists the tea 3 days before showtime so they can do their homework. Everybody can't ring it like the Wiley Show. Everybody ain't Wiley. He gonna need to get it a couple of days before showtime. Now, me, I can do a good job winging it because I love me some Billy D. Williams. I remember it was a scene with Diana Ross. What are you going to do about the taxes in the mama? Whatever movie this was, it was one of my favorite scenes. Now, I just seen this a couple of days ago, but I told you I can wing it. Yes, I would do it. Whatever scene that was, it just went viral down my timeline. But what are you going to do about the taxes? Who said that? That was Billy D. What was the name of that movie? And it was just, the chemistry was on the chain, but they were talking about that Billy D liked it up the butt. He probably could do. He looked a little sugary. You can look at that man, tell her he didn't swallow the man up. You can tell it. Yeah, he swallowed a couple of men up. You wouldn't be in Hollywood back in the day, butt breaking, back breaking, back in the day. You won't swallow it up. Of course he got it in. That man got it in with plenty men and women. All the men back in the day, you thought they was into women and they was into the men. Like they were doing that back in the day. Why are we trying to keep this a secret? You can tell that man had some sugar unless you blind. And Al, please, Lord, I'm back in Dallas. I'm getting turned up. I don't hear no kids. But Al, shut up. I don't think it matters. It do matter. We still want to know who's straight. We still want to know who gay. You don't like to talk about that. It's because you cheated on your obese wife. Once you was in there making your lunch, Al, your lunch is ready. You was creeping on, sleeping with her brother. Talk back to me in the chat. So, of course, you don't like those type of commentary. Of course, because you tried to act like you was Billy D. Williams with them lips, and you want you some women's, and you like the men. You did the bending. That's why you don't want to talk about Billy D. Williams, because Billy D. Williams lives inside you. So that's why I don't like to talk about that. And so I'm listening to Armon Wiggins talk on TGIF. This is why I ain't gonna be on TGIF, because I would have to. Al will trigger me. I don't. He's educational cunt. And I don't like that you trying to be fake. We got to call it what it is. I don't like that. And I'll be triggered. Many people would think me and Claudia will go back and forth. That's too easy. I got to expose this down low demon that took advantage of Star Jones. I got to expose him. So he'll run off that show. I think he'll end the contract with us. So he'll walk off. Or I have to leave. I'll probably get booted off. Don't make me no difference. Because it triggers me. I was triggered when I say that. Then I was triggered when they was talking about Charlamagne and this black woman. Charlamagne said something about calling her big back or wide back, big back, wide back. Called her a big back, wide back. Okay, in honor of this, I got to blow my nose, so excuse me. This a clean sock, and it's mine. Anyway, big back, wide back, and Armon did good, said Charlamagne, why would you pick her, a non-person, non-celebrity, but you're friends? And then Al was like, did you do your research? There's nothing wrong with the big back. You cheated on the big back. Hump back. Heavy breathing. No neck wearing. 5 times the size. You cheated on Narisa. You cheated on your big black wife. You didn't give a damn about her. You cheated on that woman. You should have recused yourself from the subject. Shut up. Don't even speak. Now to the big back woman on TikTok, let her tell her story. I viewed all parts. It was entertaining. I loved it. And that's why my friend, he doing a part series. Let me see if I can bring him on the phone right quick. I'm going to just call him on the air. We in Dallas. Dad, what is his number? Uh-oh. I forgot his number. Uh-oh. What is his number? Give me a second. I thought I have a bad time. He's so attractive. I don't know why I didn't say this man number. I don't know why I didn't say that man number. He's so attractive to me. Okay. I'm going to call him on Instagram. I would have called him on the phone, but he gave me his number. Anyway, I'm going to call him on IG. Be mad at your mama. Don't be mad at me. Because he did a part series about his boyfriend. He did a part 1, part 2, and I believe he about to release part 3. I don't know if he's going to answer because he's single now, so he probably getting it in. Okay, I think he said we were doing another time. This is 9:22. I don't know what time it is in Kentucky. Somebody tell me the time in Kentucky. It's like 10:22. Okay, he probably getting it in at that time. So anyway, but she did multiple parts. Ain't nothing wrong with that. My thing is this. I think people do chase love. I get it. Chase it. I also feel that we have to stop rushing into relationships. I tell Melvante this because I was watching his part 1, part 2. I interviewed his ex-boyfriend. His boyfriend came on the show and they got some problems going on. I mean, the man now, it started a whole storyline. But I will say this, you cannot go and date someone knowing that person did not have nothing and you tried to make them into something that they wasn't at the first time. Because when I was watching this part series of Melvante, I watched it on TikTok. I'm not even gonna get it. So I'll do that whole nother video. But Teresa, because I will go there. I'm gonna hold that because I'm gonna put them in the thumbnail. But to Armon Wiggins, you did everything right in that particular subject. Al, I wasn't really with that. Somebody said, well, in Al's defense, the world and Star knew the man was. I still don't like how you treat women because I feel like I just said it makes me cringy. It makes me cringy. And I need to know this star actually know. And if she tell me that she knew that, then I pull it back to the end. I'm going to be dragging Al. But I love the fact in this particular show that it was a great dynamic. The men were able to lead. Claudia was a great moderator. Equipment was working fine because she wasn't in the boondocks in Dallas. It was fine. Armon did an incredible job. He looked good. Al hairline was better. It was good. I like the Portia thing. It was good. Claudia really went there about her Simon Kabadia, really dragged him about being broke and being a scammer. And I don't blame Portia. I feel like Portia thought the man had money. She was stupid. And I don't care if the man did have money. Don't you stop making your bags, dummy. Why don't you be that stupid? And then again, you a woman with resources. Why you didn't do your private eye to make sure his finances was ordered, you dummy? Because how the world with your stupid self get up on there, you look good. I ain't gonna take that from you, but you dumb. This man been in court, been for fraud, been to jail, been deported. He been scamming, using all these fake visas. How the hell you not know that with your dumb self? You deserve everything you get, and I hope he take half of your money, dummy. So that's my whole point. How the world with you as a woman, you got all these resources and you marry a scammer, you deserve to get scammed because you ain't do your due diligence. Baby, how in the world we have these YouTubers that know all this stuff and you don't know it? I don't understand that. Portia look touch. Like, why you don't research these people? You better research them. I'm just saying. Research them. Research them. You know the man didn't have no money. And she had multiple checks. She had This Nation. She had The Real Housewife. She had multiple checks. Stop being dumb thinking that you was a come up and that could be your downfall. Because if y'all got married, then he can go after your income. That's the sad part. How many women with money, with money and resources have to pay their husband spousal support? Look at the situation with your husband. I mean, with Mary J. Blige. Look at Mary J. Blige. She had to pay her husband spousal support, and he did the cheating. That's the gag. That man did the cheating. I'm over it. And another one. I have to say that because I'm like, are you that dumb? Are you that dumb? Okay. People want dudes with money. I will never forget it. This is why guys dress the way they dress, wear different expensive watches, different cars, because it attract women. You know what I'm saying? With me, I'm not that type of person that like to rock money. I don't like to do that. I like to whatever. I want to look nice, but wearing all of that expensive stuff, it draws attention. I like walking around. You don't know what I do. I like that low key type of lifestyle. I love a low key type of lifestyle, but all of that unnecessarily walking around with expensive stuff. And there's nothing wrong with looking nice if you want to wear it every once in a while, but just everywhere you go, you do it. And then most of these dudes that do have these certain type of cars or certain type of looks, most of them is with CPA or CPN numbers, CPN type of numbers. It's all frauds. It's not built on anything. It's not built on anything. And then Armand talked about him being a fraud, about him getting into whatever. And I'm glad he got past it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he got past going to jail. He got arrested back in the day for fraud. I'm glad he's over that. You know what I'm saying? Because look where he's at today. I feel like he did so good today. I give him a 10 out of 10. He did an amazing. He knew his weak points and he handled it with grace. And it was with comedy. It kept the audience and entertain. I do have to say this before we get into our Diddy story. I think Diddy. Are we going to talk about Diddy? Yeah, because I put him in the title. Oh, I'm so glad I remember. Everybody kept sending me stuff about, they were saying that it's not getting the amount of views that Funky Dineva is getting. And I think that I think that it have potential to have that, but you're going to need more weeks of it instead of it being a guest host. I feel like once they find, if they do pick Armon Wiggins, I think with time the views will come. He can promote it more. He can really be like, okay. I also feel my fear is that he will abandon his platform like Funky abandoned his platform. And I don't want that for him because I like to see him by himself. I like to see him with other people sometimes, but I'm a fan of him by himself because that's all I've known him, by himself. He was a solo dolo. So if they were to do it full time, give him time, yeah, I could see him getting the views like Funky Dineva and more, quite actually, because I think Armon brings a youth, and he brings something different. And why not give him a shot if you're not gonna give anybody else a shot? Because all this having guests, so it ain't working. I mean, Dusty didn't work, low views. T.S. Madison, low views. Armon Wiggins did double than what T.S. Madison did. So the woman with the wig didn't do it. Flame Moore was a disaster. So why not give him a chance? Right? Why not give him a chance? Why not? You're not giving me a chance. So you might as well give him the chance. Give him the job. Give it to him. Give him the job. Just give it to him. Like, where are all these revolving hosts? Because you lose momentum. I'm tired of seeing different hosts. We need a solid host. Just give it to him. Actually, just go and give it to him, baby. I wish they would add another host on there just to balance it out. But I just give it to him because, and when me and Claudia was talking in the behind the scenes, I will share this. I feel like us talking behind the scenes, I don't know. I don't know. I wish that I could meet her off the internet and I can talk with her. But I don't. It's kind of weird because like we'll be talking about this and then talk about Trump and it's just like we go back and forth and I don't bite my tongue with her. I don't bite my tongue with her. I keep it, 100%. And even when we were in the DMs, I keep it 1%. She was like, she was saying something about she was saying something about Trump. And when she was saying something about Trump, I respectfully disagreed with her. And I would have loved for the public get to see our dialogue together. It is what it is. I would love that. Don't you think, audience? I think the people will love it because we have been putting in the work. We in the DM, she know exactly who I am, and she know I can deliver, right? But I also feel as though that we got to stop being so critical of President Donald Trump and you on a President Donald Trump like a conservative network. That doesn't make sense. You can't be saying screw Trump and you on Fox Soul. That doesn't make sense. That's just like me saying screw the KKK and I'm on the Grand Wizard Network. Like that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any type of sense. Like, you're saying Trump is so evil and he shouldn't win, but you kind of helping Trump win by being on Fox Soul because it helps finance Fox Soul. Okay, 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 okay. So I just don't understand that piece. It's like you sitting there criticizing Trump and then you're working on a conservative network. That don't make sense to me. You're actually helping the Trumpisms, the MAGA people, etc. So I just don't understand that mindset. And I would love to talk to Claudia on camera to make me understand. Because my thing that I said in the DM, we were talking about Trump. And I said, I love Trump immigration policy. That's what I'm talking about. Don't try to derail talking about COVID and pandemic. I ain't talking about that. I loved President Donald Trump policy on immigration. I love his stance. Okay? So I love that. I would love to have that dialogue with her on camera. But due to Claudia's, not in agreeing with Flame Monroe, that said one of the requirements to be on Fox, so you got to look directly in the camera. That's what they said. Oh, if I was on a TV show, they'd be like, oh, that's what these people said. And this is why you have to work hard. And I have to bridge down the door. Because this is what these people do. And this is why I'm so happy I could talk to you all on every single day. Thank you. But Claudia, we will communicate offline if you want to make that bold step. But it will be a very bold step because it will be very entertaining. Never happened before. Everybody and their mom will be watching. So I will be covering TGIF all week. I will be reviewing it all week. And they miss us reviewing it. They tried to have me review it for T.S. Madison. Couldn't do it. I couldn't stay awake. The guy with the wig couldn't do it. Couldn't stay awake. So I will be covering it all week today. And we didn't even have our audience members because we don't care. We did it for that particular moment. When it first happened, we don't need to do it no more. I'm just gonna cover it on my YouTube channel and go to bed and move on. All right. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to bed and cover it. And we did exactly that. Because people were hitting us up and stuff. So he will be on. Will be on for all this week, you guys. And are y'all excited? I know y'all excited because I'm excited to see that. Him on that. Because I've always said if I don't do it, he should do it. If I don't be a part of it, most definitely Armon should be on there. No shade. And I'm keeping it all the way real. All right. Now we're going to get into this topic. And Diddy, I got to say this about Diddy. And I really want to say about Diddy. I feel like Diddy came out and he said something about he's a victim of cancel culture. Now he also is back in the news again for another relationship, not a relationship, for another lawsuit. This brother is being sued by a male employee. And this male employee accuser, Lil Rod, previously accused of trying to steal his publishing after working on the Love album, started to GoFundMe to sue Diddy. Okay. So now this male accuser, Kayla's, suing him for things related to his last album as well. Then he also is suing Diddy because he's accusing Diddy of showing a video. Let me read this on our friend of the show. the neighborhood talk, they said that Rodney Jones is a former producer and videographer for Diddy. And they said he's alleging that Mr. Diddy touched him on multiple occasions. He said Diddy will walk around with no clothes, grab Jones' area, his private area, and call it horseplay. Jones claimed that he also received multiple advances from others at Diddy request. He said, according to TMZ, Jones said they never had the S word, but feels that where things were going based on Diddy's actions. He said that Diddy even forced him to watch alleged footage of a famed producer TVJ having intercourse with a man. He claims to have a screenshot of it also. The list of allegations is quite lengthy. It includes being assaulted by a cousin of Young Miami, being assaulted by a cousin of Young Miami, by prostitutes, drugs, possible R word, touching, groping, fondling from Cuba Goodings Jr. on Diddy's yacht? Now wait a minute. Diddy, he even add that underage girl was brought to Diddy's home and received alcohol. The documents apparently go on to say that Jones also witnessed a pow that happened in the studio stemming from a heated argument between Diddy and his son, Justin Combs. He alleged that the pow left someone named G heavily bleeding from the stomach, in which Diddy told him to lie to officers and said that he was shot in a drive-by. Not only is Rodney suing Diddy, but Justin Combs, additional employees, executives as well. Yikes. Even because of Diddy settled that lawsuit with Cassie, the floodgates have opened for lawsuits. The floodgates have opened. That's all I'm going to say about that. The floodgates have opened because he settled that lawsuit with this woman. Everybody's going to bring him up and want to sue. That's the sick part about it, because even if he's innocent in these allegations, his career is over. And now he's had to fight this lawsuit. It could be a clout chaser, could be not. It could be not. But now we hear. So and there probably will be more, because I'm seeing he said it's a screenshot, a video, and if it's proof of that, he will settle. And I think Diddy don't want to settle no more lawsuits, because everybody taking a settlement as that that they're doing it, that you did it if you settle. All right. So we're gonna go to the phone lines. If anybody want to call in, this is quite disturbing. Diddy, do you believe it? I want to hear your thoughts. 972-674-9462. I know it's late, but do you want to call in? Let me know. Let me know if you want to call in and give your thoughts. This will be the first phone call in Dallas in a long time. So if anybody call in, that'd be great. Not, that is understandable. We do want to thank you all for being here. Like the video, they said, what the heck does Diddy have going on? Like, he is literally a mess. He's going to settle because if he goes to court, the evidence will be reviewed. He sure is. Look like down for whatever. Not Steve. Yeah, I just like he's gonna, it's just sad. It's just sad. He's too old to be doing all that freaky stuff. It's sad. I want to say before I get up out of here, man, You got to be careful doing dirt because when I tell you, it will catch up with you. You did the dirt, and now it's catching up. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. You hit the dirt. Now your family have to suffer, and the people that suffering, your family have to suffer. Now your family have to sit here and suffer this. Now your son getting sued. Now all these people get sued. It's crazy, and it's money that have to be spent. It's crazy, man. All right. I want to say thank you all. Thank you, K Star, for coming on the show. Did y'all enjoy the show today? He needs to move. Did y'all enjoy the show today? I had such an amazing time with y'all back in the Dallas studio. We want to thank you all so very much. We'll be back live every week at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll be getting into all the hot tea. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We want y'all in the building where we talk about a lot of good stuff. This was fun. This was entertaining. This was on point. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to get into some things. It's going to be great. And I probably want to go to the movies tonight, but I'm going to stay at home and watch a movie in my bed because I got all these free movie tickets. I need to use them. Like for real, I got about 16 free movie tickets. Someone said a great show. Did I put on a good show? $ Marquise Wally 28 Zelle WallyShow@gmail.com if you want to contribute to the show. Don't forget, me and Couture Bay will be in Vegas April 26th through the 28th. I'm looking forward to it. To seeing her there. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing at Palace Station Hotel Casino. Also, we will be going to other places too, to the club, most definitely. For more information, you can go to my email. Please email me at WallyShowProduction@gmail.com. We would love to see you all there. This was an incredible episode. I will be back with some more stuff, more stories, more tea. And it's going to be good. Oh, yes. Thank you all so very much. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. One times get hard. Always remember to put God first. Talk to y'all later. Peace.